When I started my career in cloud computing, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. Not the imposter syndrome type of problem, I mean literally no idea. But somehow here we are, almost 10 years later, still in cloud, still learning, still discovering new services, new features, faster than I can finish my morning coffee. So today I want to tell you everything I wish I knew back then, from the truths and the wisdom to the things that nobody really tells you until you're already in too deep. So welcome back to the Architectress, and let's just get into it. First things first, apparently nobody knows what they're doing. And apparently that's normal. When I joined back in 2016, I thought that everyone around me was a genius, that they knew everything, knew every service, every feature. They knew how to architect well, they knew how to build well. There was so much I could learn from them. Nope, it wasn't exactly like that. And the secret was that in the cloud, everyone is just figuring things out as they go. People with 15 years of experience, they are still Googling error messages, they're just still Googling things every day. Some of the senior engineers are still saying things like, that's weird, at least 5 times a day. And architects often tend to be overconfident until proven wrong. But this is not exactly a bad thing, it's just because cloud changes faster than my weekend plans. And the real skill isn't knowing everything, it's about being comfortable learning constantly, even when you feel behind. Here's some Eastern European wisdom for you all. The person who pretends to know everything usually knows the least. Same in cloud, my friends, same in cloud. Next important thing that I realized is that your degree does not define your destiny. Well, I wish I knew this earlier. Apparently, your degree matters far less than your curiosity and your willingness to learn. I have worked with solution architects with a music degree, product managers with a degree in literature and languages. I also worked with top sales engineers with a business degree, and someone with a cloud degree who turned out to be a brilliant platform engineer. So, does a degree help? Well, yeah, for sure. I can certainly tell that it helped me, but does it decide your future? Absolutely not. Cloud really has room for all types of brains: analytical, creative, chaotic, spreadsheet obsessed. There's no one personality type for the cloud. Whatever is your degree, whatever is your background and experience, I'm pretty sure that you can certainly bring something of value and you can benefit from everything that cloud has to offer as well. Now, a very important point, you don't actually need to know everything. You just need to know enough to be dangerous. When I started, I thought I needed to memorize all the available services or all the most important features before my interview. So when I was preparing for my interview, I was thinking that, I need to have hands-on experience, I need to know it all. In reality, I just learned a little bit about EC2 and S3, and I was thinking about it like, I have an EC2 instance, this is like my PC, and I have an EBS volume, this is kind of my hard drive that I stick to my PC, and here's S3, it's some sort of maybe external storage drive. I really didn't know much about it. Maybe I practiced a little bit, but even with everything that I knew, apparently it turns out that it was enough. So it wasn't really about my knowledge and experience with the cloud per se, but it's also about the projects that I was working on in my previous roles. It's also about my ability to learn and adapt quickly and be curious to new things. And it's also about my resilience, because to be fair, with cloud, you will have to learn a lot. But if you're just planning to go for your first, let's say, internship role, you just need to learn enough to solve the problem in front of you, and then you will learn more as you go. That's literally how you build your career. You learn, you do things, you break things, then you fix them, then you learn again, and then you repeat forever. I wish someone told me before that this is normal. Nobody has the full encyclopedia in their head. So just following up on the previous point regarding learning, another important truth that I'd like to share is that cloud is 90% learning and 10% grind. Okay, that is slightly dramatic, I know, but the constant learning really never stops. Every week there's something new, a new service, a new feature, new best practice, new security recommendation, new architectural practices, something that you have to learn again. I just wish someone warned me that You will never be caught up. You will always feel that you're falling behind. This is 100% normal, and the people who look the most confident are usually winging it. Actually, cool story about winging it. I remember I was working with a customer. It was a number of years ago, and I was working with another colleague of mine who was quite senior already, and he was sort of mentoring me in the process as I was preparing for moving to a different role within a year or so. And the way how I usually prepare to my customer meetings or customer engagements is that I want to really do my research properly. I want to be ready. I want to be able to answer all of the questions. And at one point, I was told that, well, we have this meeting tomorrow, so let's just do this review of the account and review of the recommendations and best practices. And I was terrified. I said, well, I'm not exactly ready. I only prepared kind of 50% of what I'm supposed to prepare. And what he told me is that it's okay, they don't know what you don't know. Even if you prepared 50%, that's already more than enough. In case they ask you something that you don't know, it's okay, we will just wing it. And I was just like, I realized that apparently most of the people, at least 50% of the time, they're just winging it, and it works just perfectly. Another very important thing to keep in mind is that soft skills matter more than you think, and they actually matter more than your technical skills. If I could go back in time, I would tell myself, nobody really cares how fast you can troubleshoot why the customer cannot SSH to their EC2 instance if you explain it in a way that actually scares the customer. Cloud is actually extremely human. It's about explaining, translating, understanding priorities, managing expectations, teaching also, and most importantly, listening, but also not rolling your eyes 50% of the time. Your soft skills are your career multipliers. You can be the smartest engineer in the room, but if you cannot articulate a technical idea in a business language, you'll be stuck. Now, this is a big one. Cloud is actually way bigger than you think and way bigger than you can imagine, and there's definitely space for everyone. When I was joining, I thought cloud roles were quite limited. It was about engineering, architecting, maybe support. I didn't really understand or know much about anything beyond. But no, cloud is actually an entire universe. And I wish I knew earlier that there are cloud analysts, cost optimization specialists, security, governance and risk people, technical sales, program and project management, customer success managers, account managers, data centers operations people, solutions consulting, solutions architects, platform platform engineers and product managers, and thousands of niche hybrid roles. It really feels like it never ends. If I knew this earlier, I would have stressed way less about finding the perfect role. Cloud is not really this narrow hallway. It's like an IKEA store. It's endless sections, and somehow you always end up somewhere unexpected. If you want to start in cloud, you will never feel truly ready, so just start away. Why wait? When I applied for my first cloud role, I wasn't exactly ready, but I did it anyway. Turns out that readiness is a myth. You grow after you start, not before. I used to think that working in cloud computing was only for the super smart and super technical people, and I thought it was some sort of like a kind of closed elite type of club. Now I actually know that it's for the curious and the persistent, and the ones who like solving puzzles and don't collapse under pressure. Cloud actually rewards attitude more than perfection. So what do I wish I knew? It's that the cloud is not a magical world for some sort of elite. It's a messy, fascinating, fast-moving playground where everyone is just learning together. You don't need to be perfect, you don't need to know everything, and you don't need to wait until you are ready. You just need curiosity, consistency, and a mild tolerance for chaos. If you're just starting your cloud journey, trust me, it's definitely worth it, and it's never too late. If you want more cloud stories, career tips, or occasional Eastern European sarcasm, stick around, like, subscribe, and let's navigate this madness together.